My name is Jed McKeon, and today we're going to talk about what implied consent means. So let's unpack that. Implied consent is some weird terminology that applies to DUI law. And it means that if you have a driver's license in Tennessee, you have implied your consent if you are pulled over on suspicion of a DUI to have your blood tested. It is a separate charge from a DUI that there is no jail time attached to it, but you can lose your license for a year. So let's give you an example. Say you have decided to drive drunk. Probably not a good decision, but you've gotten pulled over. And the cops say, hey, look, do you give your consent to go give your blood at the hospital? We're going to take you to the hospital first before we take you to jail. You have to say yes, and then they will go take you to the hospital, test your blood, and then book you in at the jail. You have implied your consent, you've given consent, your blood has been tested. If you say no, not only will you be charged with a DUI, you will also be charged with violation of the implied consent law. Now, what could happen is if your DUI charge ends up getting dismissed, you could still face the loss of a license for a year if you're convicted of the implied consent just by not giving your blood when you're pulled over on suspicion of DUI. For whatever reason, it's a civil charge separate from a DUI that basically says, hey, if you've got a license in Tennessee, you have implied your consent. When you're pulled over on suspicion of DUI, we're going to test your blood, and if you don't agree, we're going to charge you with a separate offense. You can find out more about this legal issue and other legal issues by going to my website, attorney-knoxville.com. You can also view my other YouTube videos.